Good morning, everyone. Have a happy morning. So on this vlog, I'm gonna share with you our requirements of getting married in Japan. Oh my God, no. There are two ways of getting married in Japan. So for Filipinos who want to get married with Japanese, based on our experience, I'm gonna share with you all the necessary informations that you need to know. As a creator, we do believe that sharing of information online is very important nowadays before going to, before taking some decisions in life. Anyway, if you really want to do comments, I have another tip for you. Please stay longer on my video so that I could read some of your comments and I could reply it, especially those important questions that I can answer also when you stay longer on my video. Anyway, there are two ways of getting married in Japan. So in our case, we get married in Japan in their city hall, and just only signing up some papers and important documents there, and that was our marriage day. So there was no ceremony at all. No, my God, no. Come. Okay, there's no ceremony at all. And then that's another place in the city hall in Japan. Right after we got married in the Philippines. Oh my God, no. Okay, so I have here the requirements for that I prepared before when I got married in the Philippines with my with my husband. And for Filipinos who wants to get married Filipinos, and Filipinos wants to get married to a Filipino here in Japan, you need to go to the Philippine embassy and you need to bring two witnesses. So that's very important. Now, on our case, so these are the requirements. So there are two ways for you to get faster. So I will advise you, it's better that you need to get married first in the Philippines and after in the Philippines, because the city office in Japan where we applied, they always advise me that you have to get married first in the Philippines. And you have to bring all the documents. You have to bring that one in Japan, and then that's the sign. It's finished. So that one. So in the Philippines, it's a little bit longer, the requirements. Okay, let's start with from me. So I'm a Filipino. So these are the requirements they need from, these are the requirements I need to comply so that I can have my, my marriage. I can get my marriage license. Okay, so first is I have to get my birth certificate from the PSA, Philippine Statistic Administration. So I got a lot of my birth certificate just in case if I need it for, this one for another documentation here in Japan. So because there's a long queue there, so I need to get some copies. So you need to have one original copy and two photocopies. That's for make it sure also that your birth certificate should be valid at least 6 months of where you get that one from, not 2 years, but it should be 6 months validity, meaning you get it from within 6 months. Number 2 is the certificate of attendance. The certificate of attendance will be get from the HRD office. So HRD office, that should be found no in the city registrar. Oh no in your city. It depends where you are living right now, so it depends on the city. No. You have to pass it to the city office, one original copy, and you have to photocopy that one, at least 3 photocopies. No, that's the problem now. Okay, so next one is the cedula with your signature. It's your barangay cedula, the tax. If you can get that one easily. It's very, you can pay one original copy and 3 photocopies. Oh my God, sorry for our background and our clothes for today, because we just Wake up from the bed. Okay. The next one is the barangay. Number 4 is barangay certificate. Barangay certificate that should be issued from your barangay captain. So, and one for you to get that one is you have to be a registered voter. On my case, so I got it easily from the barangay. My barangay certificate. So, 1 original copy and 3 photocopies. And the next one, no, please. Where's Tuti? Tuti is here. Oh, Tuti. Hello, Tuti. Wana. This is my concern if I do vlogging nowadays. I have this baby. Okay, number 5 is the Senomar. My Senomar, but certificate of no marriage that should be issued from the PSA. Before it was in SO, but now PSA. You need to get 2. On my case, I got 2. But I get 2. Just for the other copy is I pass it. The original copy, I hand it over to the city office, and the other one is for my documentation. I put it there over there. Okay, and you need to photocopy it by 3. Number 6 is the valid ID, original and 3 photocopies. Now, any valid ID, if you are not working, you can get your valid ID, your barangay ID, or any valid ID from the government. It should be valid ID. You don't need to give your valid ID. You have to show it to the city office, and the photocopies. Of course, the ID should be returned after you apply. That means that you are the person applying for the marriage license. You have to photocopy that one at least 3. Are we clear? I'm sorry for the background. Number 7. Now, for number 7, it's, no, my God, no. For number 7, it's only applicable for those who are... No, okay. Applicable for those who are ages 18 to 24. Appearance of both parents are necessary. Again, no. With valid ID for their parental consent or advice. Where's Tuti? You get Tuti ka. Please get Tuti. There's a car. Hurry up. Hurry the car. Oh, shh, quiet. Okay. So, in my case, I got married at the age of 33. So, I don't have any other parental consent. So, that's it. And the next one, when I get married, I don't have my parents with me. Only I requested my trusted friends to come with me and have a witness on our very simple wedding. It's a civil wedding, so we are not we were not able to experience the church wedding since there are a lot of requirements in the church that I need to bring, and I'm very busy at that time, so I could not do it. And let's continue. For this time, I'm done with the requirements for the Filipino side. So, punta naman tayo sa Japanese, or if you have other fiancé, other nationality, so you could actually same because they are foreigners who wants to get married to a Filipino. Now, for them, it's very important. Number 1 is the legal capacity to contract marriage. You have to apply this one in the consulate. Well, in Japan, I applied this one in the Japanese consulate in Japan. So, in the Philippines. So, you have to bring your partner once you apply this one, because there are people who can speak Japanese well there. So, he has to be informed. You know, he has to be, if he needs some explanations, he would understand why this is very important for them to apply the legal capacity to contract marriage. And I have 1 original copy, and you need to photocopy this one by 3. So it depends on the consulate. So if if your fiancé is Canadian or American or Australian, so it depends where your consulate is being located. So that's very important. Actually, very important, number 1. Okay, number 2 is the passport ID. The passport ID of your fiance. So you have to photocopy it that by 3. Okay? Next one is number 3. We have the date of arrival. So the date of arrival should be latest from the passport. You have to photocopy that one by 3. Yeah, by 2. Only by 2. So you have to photocopy. At the back of the passport, there are a stamp there that the exact date when he arrived in the Philippines. So you have to make sure that one. And there are some interrogation also in the HR. I mean the place when we listen to the seminar in the office. A certificate of attendance when we were listening to the seminar of the people talking there. So there are a lot of questions. So that's certificate of attendance, by the way. Well, I think I explained that one earlier. So number 4 is the certificate of no marriage, or the senumar. Senumar actually is the senumar of my husband. So meaning, if your fiance is a foreigner, of course, my Japanese husband is a foreigner. So I authorize. Actually, I made a letter for him, and that I sent it online, and I told him that you need to sign it with hanko or your signature whatsoever, and you have to send it back to me so that I could give it to the PSA for the authorization purposes. So I am the one who get his senumar, meaning he was not able to get married before in the Philippines. So by the way, this case is only for those who are not widower or who are not annulled. This case is only for those who are first timer in marriage, applying for a marriage license. So my husband was not married before, so I got his senumar. Okay, so there are some important reminders here. I don't know if you could see that. Appearance of both applicants is necessary in applying for marriage license. On our case, I always told my husband to come again in the Philippines, and he stayed there for about 10 days and go back to Japan again and come again, because there are some appearances that the city government is requiring us to do together. So we have to, especially attending the seminar before before getting married, there are some things that you need to learn from there. So it's a necessary, and it took only half day. And it's very tiring actually listening. He doesn't actually understand all the explanations by the people there, because it was spoken by English and our dialect, our mother tongue. And the second one is marriage license will be released after 10 days posting period. So you need to wait after you get married. You got 2 witnesses in your wedding ceremony, and there was a judge. In our case, there was a judge who officially officiating our marriage. So after 10 days you can get your marriage license. You need to wait again. So on my case, I am the one who get the marriage license because my husband went back to Japan. So he's leaving me. Okay. So at least number 3, at least one applicant is a resident of the city. So it depends in your city if you are living in the city of so you have to be a resident voter on that city. Okay, that's very important, politics. Number 4, address in the cedula, barangay certificate, and attendance must coincide. So those are very important. So as I said earlier, I have tips for you so that your marriage in Japan will be faster, which means that you need to get married first in the Philippines before here in Japan, because that is the requirements. We have attempt before when I was visiting in Japan, and then they said to me that you have to get all the requirements of your marriage license and bring to Japan, so that would be easier. And for those Filipinos who are here in Japan and who would like to get married with a Filipino also, you can actually go to the Philippine embassy, and then and just bring your witnesses, and there will be a officer or judge, consulate there, who will officiate your wedding, civil wedding, because in the church it's a little bit a long story, and we have there are lots of requirements in the church. So thank you so much for for listening on this video. And as I said earlier, you need to stay longer on the video, and if you want to ask some questions, please do comment there. And yeah, if you stay longer on the video, of course you can do a comments and I can read that. But if you stay a little bit shorter on the video, maybe your message will be on the spams. That's why I could not return back my reply to you. So thank you so much, and please remember, as a creator here on the blog, on the video, it's our it's our time that we share with you, and it's our joy also in return that you will subscribe our channel. Thank you so much, and mabuhay po kayong lahat. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye-bye na. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Lord. She's in good mood today because early in the morning. Bye-bye. Say, flying kiss.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arigatou gozaimasu. How are you today? Thank you.